Good morning, boys and girls. I want to go over your test with you. Hopefully you can make it to our live meet at 10, but if you can't, hopefully listening to this will help you through your test. So if anything is circled in blue, those are the questions that need to be completed by the blue group. Remember, those students are who meet with Mrs. Higgins or Mrs. Thomas. Everyone else does every problem on the test. Number 1, Jasmine kept a record of how many miles she ran each week during 1 month. The table is below. It has all of the weeks and then the distance in miles. Order the weeks from least amount of miles Jasmine ran to the greatest amount of miles she ran. So when you fill in those boxes, you should not have numbers in those boxes. It asks for the weeks. So you'll use week 1, week 2, week 3, or week 4 to fill those in. But before you do that, you'll obviously have to put the numbers in order to decide which week goes first and last. Remember, you're putting them in order from least to greatest. Number 2, for numbers 2A through 2C, select true or false for each statement. 2A, 1 in 682 thousandths inches rounded to the nearest whole number is 1 inch. Remember, the nearest whole number is the number in the ones place, the number before the decimal. 2B, 1 in 682 thousandths inches rounded to the nearest tenth is 1 in 6 tenths inches. Remember, the tenths is the first place after the decimal. 2C, 1 in 682 thousandths inches rounded to the nearest hundredth, which is the second place after the decimal, is 1 in 68 hundredth inches. So you have to say whether that is true or false. So you'll have to actually round and see if their answers are correct or not. Number 3, 92 hundredths is 10 times as much as. That means 92 hundredths is bigger than what number? So whatever number you highlight there in the first box has to be smaller. Remember, when we're doing looking for that smaller number, that means that decimal gets moved 1 place to the left. And then it says 92 hundredths is 1/10 of what number? So now it's actually the smaller number, so you would move the decimal 1 place to the right to find that next answer in the second box. On the second page for number 4, it says Trudy is going to London next summer. Each week, she records the value of 1 British pound in US dollars. The table shows the data she has recorded so far. So column 1 has the weeks, column 2 has value of British pound in US dollars. And it says, for which 2 weeks was the value of 1 British pound the same when rounded to the nearest hundredth of a dollar? So you'll go to the second place after the decimal and you'll round each of those. And then there's going to be 2 weeks that have the same exact amount or value. And you will write week 1 and 2 or week 1 and 3, whatever the answer might be in that box below. Number 5, Mario has $15. He spends $6.25 on admission to the ice skating rink, $2.95 to rent skates, and $1.65 each for 2 hot chocolates. Now remember, he paid $1.65 each. That means you have to take $1.65 times 2. Don't forget that. How much money does he have left? So you'll have to add up all of the money he spent and subtract it from 15. Number 6, the 4 highest scores at a diving meet were 9 and 8 hundredths, 9 and 1/10, 9 and 15 hundredths, and 9 and 6 hundredths points. Choose the numbers that make the statement true. The lowest of these 4 scores was, so you would pick which one is the lowest score. So remember, you look at the ones, then you move into the tenths, and then you move into the hundredths if you need to find the smallest number. Then below that, it's the highest of the 4 scores. So then you're looking for which number is the greatest when comparing. Remember, we compare left to right, place value, 1 place value at a time. On the next page, number 7, Adele swam the length of the pool in 32 and 56 seconds. Alexandria swam the length of the pool in 29 and 4/10 seconds. How many seconds faster was Alexandria's time than Adele's time? So all you have to do is subtract the two. Don't forget to line up your decimals. Number 8, choose the value that makes a statement true. In the number 2 in 175 thousandths, the value of the digit 2 is 2 ones, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So you have to look at the 2, decide what place value it is in, and then highlight that. Then below it says, and the value of the digit 7 is 7 ones, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So using the same number above, find the 7, find what place value it is in, and then highlight that place value. Circle it, underline it, whichever you want to do. Number 9, students are selling handmade magnets at the school craft fair. 1 magnet costs 30 cents, 2 magnets cost 43 cents, 3 magnets cost 56 cents, and 4 magnets cost 69 cents. If this pattern continues, how much will 6 magnets cost? Explain how you found your answer. So you would have to subtract the first 2 numbers in your sequence, and then you would find if it's increasing or decreasing, and then continue the pattern to find how much it would cost for 6 magnets. Number 10, Kevin and Yasuko are writing number patterns. Yasuko wrote the following sequence. What is the unknown term in the sequence? So again, subtract the first 2 numbers, decide whether you need to add or subtract that difference, and find the missing term. Number 11, Lewis found 2 bicycles he likes. The price of the first bicycle is $73.59. The price of the second bicycle is $98.50. Estimate the difference in the prices of the bicycles. So again, you are estimating and then you are subtracting. This is money, so you could estimate using benchmarks, or you could estimate going to the nearest whole dollar. Whichever you choose is going to be fine. Number 12, Larry bought 4 lemonades for his friends. Each lemonade costs $1.28. Complete the table to show the prices of 2, 3, and 4 lemonades. So you'll continue the pattern. You know that you are adding $1.28 each time to find the cost. Number 13, Katie worked on her science fair project for 2.5 hours on Tuesday and 1.75 hours on Friday. How many hours did she work on the project Tuesday and Friday combined? So all you have to do is line them up by the decimal and add them. You do not need to use the tiles to the right. That is just if you're taking it on a computer, which we are not. So you'll fill in the boxes and find the sum. Number 14, and the last question, says, what is the value of the underlined digit? Mark all that apply. The number is 283 thousandths. Option A is 8 tenths. B is 8 hundredths. C is 8 times 1/10. D is 8 times 100th. And E is 8 hundredths. Remember, mark all that apply. So you should have more than one selected. Last but not least is your extra credit problem. Carmine and Hiram are solving the following word problem. Gina is training for a marathon. She ran 6.75 miles on Saturday. On Sunday, she ran 7.20 miles. How far did she run on Saturday and Sunday combined? So we know that we're adding. So Carmine maybe sets up his problem as 6 and 75 hundredths plus 7 and 20 hundredths. Hiram sets up his problem as 7 and 20 hundredths and 6 and 75 hundredths. Who is correct? So you get 1 point saying who is correct, and a point for explaining your answer. And it also says to solve the problem, so that is a 3rd point. So you get 3 bonus points for this. Remember the problem that we did in class. If you write that exact explanation, you will be correct. So if you took good notes, you should already have the answer, but then you just have to add the two numbers to find the total. Good luck. Hope I see you all at 10 o'clock for the live, but if not, this video should be helpful.